Alright, we are at 4731 South Idalia Street. We are downstairs. We do have a 3-inch cleanout right here by the furnace that we'll be going through to take a look at this house's main sewer. So this is cast iron pipe. This is what's under the footprint of the house. We are fogging up a little because our camera is cold. We're going to go see about turning the kitchen line on, which I think we'll be able to do, so we can have some water. Alright, so we got some running water from the kitchen. That'll help keep that fog off there. So this is cast iron. This is what it always looks like. It's a little rough, but normal. What we don't want to see is standing water, and we don't want to see any trough in the bottom of the pipe suggests we've lost the pipe. We're getting near the foundation wall because that greenish color on top is a brass cap. That's the test cap. That was what was there for the inspector to look at this sewer. So we're going under the front porch now, and we're now out in the yard. And you see there's the clay tile. That union's very good. You do see there's a hint of roots on the left there. We're going to expect to see roots in a clay tile pipe with a mature lawn. Now this is an offset. You see kind of the shiny flat edge on the top left? This is an offset that's mostly due to deflection. Deflection is where they turn the pipe. This is a right-hand turn. They turned it sharper than it was designed to go. And what happens there is the right-hand side butts up before the left-hand side, and it exposes more of the interior of the pipe. It's not a problem. The roots are here, but the roots are going to be in much of these unions and will occasionally need to be cleaned, but this is not a structural problem that you need to worry about. Now this root up ahead here that we can see coming, that's big enough that we probably would recommend a cleaning at this point. There's no real damage there, but it does have a root that's pretty sizable, and it is restricting flow through there. There's a couple more out here, different type of plant. Not one of those ones that it's got creepers that just hug the pipe. The structure looks fine. All clay tile pipes leak. Anyone who tells you that your pipe is broken because it has roots is lying to you. It's not broken, it's just the seals kind of fail over time, and it'll seep a little water, and that attracts roots. Every clay tile pipe leaks. We're descending now. Seeing some more roots pop up. It's a pretty steep little area here. Got a little bit of a belly right here. We'll see if there's anything causing it. It's just barely breaking over my lens, so with running water, it's less than 2 inches deep. We'll turn that water off because we want to kind of see what that looks like without the water on the way back. This part's a nice straight run. One more drop and we're probably at the tap. And we are. It's a little offset there. Not completely lined up, but there's nothing there that's going to affect the path in, and there's no damage. So functionally, there's nothing wrong with that. It is another little access for roots. And much of that is, once again, deflection. You don't have the perfect alignment between the pipe coming in and the pipe on the sewer, but it's really nothing that's going to affect you. So 95 feet long. We're going to pause now one more time and go get that water turned off. We've got the whole thing, but we'll record what we're talking about here. Yeah, those are all minor. This is that belly area.
Gotcha.
And now that the water's off, we'll see how deep it gets. So right there, it's just over the top of my lens. So that's about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches right there.
Okay.
And it never really got much deeper than that, even with the water running. That might be 2 inches right in the middle of it. Not quite deep enough to get too stressed out about.
Okay.
It's a clay tile sewer. It's going to have its flaws, so as long as you limit how much grease is going down there, paper products like paper towels and wipes and feminine hygiene products, if you keep all that out of there, it really won't give you much effect, because you're going to have to clean this thing periodically for the roots.
Yeah.
As long as you run water, it'll help flush anything out of that low area that accumulates.
How often do you think it should be
I like
cleaned out for roots?
I like being a little proactive. I like every 18 to 24 months.
Oh, that's pretty easy. I lived in a house for many, many years. I did every 6 months.
Yeah, and that can be, often that's a case where you have a situation where you have a lot of roots and you only have a 3-inch clean out, and so you can never get 4-inch blades on it, so they grow back really fast. I put a water alarm next to this thing down here.
Okay, that's a good idea.
They're the cheapest ones are like at Lowe's. You can get Lowe's online. I think it's called a Watchdog. It's like 14 bucks. Battery operated. Just sit it on the floor right here. If this floor drain ever backs up, that'll squeal at you. You quit running water, and you don't have an epic flood down here.
Yeah, the house I lived in, like I said, if we didn't do it every 6 months, but every 8 months, like clockwork, we'd have a serious backup.
Oh yeah, I lived in one of the brick Pearl Max, and we did it once a year, and we still usually had a backup too. This is the big one.
Oh yeah.
That one's the biggest one in there, but that one's big enough to probably justify go ahead and having it cleaned.
I would think so too.
The rest of it is very minor. There's roots in there, but nothing too extreme. Little tiny offsets. The cast iron looked fine. That was the first offset. We're about to pull back into the cast iron.
Okay.
That is just your classic deflection offset, because they turned it right, and it's a turn that's way sharper than that fitting was meant to be. And it was normal practice. They did it all the time in installation. So it's not something, if someone tells you that's a problem, you got a liar in your house. And he's probably going to try to get you to spend a lot of money.
To dig it up.
Yeah. So, well, a lot of times they'll call those offsets. If they think you're a dummy, they'll tell you that's your line collapsing. They love the term collapsing. I've seen a few pipes in my entire life that have collapsed. And I've been doing this for 15 years.
I had one that collapsed in the house I lived in a long time.
And that is the cast iron. So, overall, it's just an absolute typical clay tile pipe. It's got all of the minor flaws I expect to see in them all. None of them in a real bad way, but it does need to be cleaned, and you'll need to clean it every once in a while. Other than that, it should be fine.
Nothing that would give you any great concern?
No, I got nothing out there I'd be looking to repair at all.
Glad to hear it. That's very good.
So, if you head back upstairs, you can let him know, is that leaking? Or it just looks funny?
He did think at one point.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of rot in the floor right there. Just a touch. A little bit of buildup along the line, but that's still standing. I don't think it's still leaking, but it was at one point. Doesn't matter when we do the kitchen anyway. So. That's the kitchen sink supply.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had it running. I figured I could get away with it. All right. Well, you can let him know he can run as much water as he wants.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
No problem. Why aren't you letting me into the option?